I'm Doug Clement, and welcome to Video Adventures. Join us today as we explore the historic waters of Nootka Sound on the west coast of Vancouver Island, traveling from Gold River to Cayucit and all ports in between.
The voyage first takes us down Muckalet Inlet, up Tassus Inlet between Nootka Island and Vancouver Island, then through Esperance Inlet to the open ocean at Cayucit Sound, finally ending at the small fishing village of Cayucit. We begin our journey here in Gold River, located 100 kilometers west of Campbell River. The town is nestled in a valley system and offers a beautiful view of mountains and forest. This well-planned community offers shopping, services, accommodations, and much more. The Spanish were the first to call the river Rio del Oro, though there is no evidence of gold ever being found in it. The community was developed in 1965 as a direct result of the decision of the Tassus Company to build a pulp mill at the mouth of Gold River. The mill is still the main employer of town and produces top-quality softwood pulps, primarily for the Pacific Rim and European markets.
We'll be traveling aboard the Uchuck 3, a converted minesweeper that now transports passengers and freight throughout the remote Nootka Sound area.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful scenery of Vancouver Island's rugged west coast aboard the MV Uchuck 3. The Uchuck 3 was originally built in 1942 as a minesweeper for the U.S. Navy. She was converted and refitted as a freighter in 1955, with many of her parts coming from Capel Iron Scrapyard in Victoria. Her initial run was between Port Alberni and Uchuck, before finding a permanent home in Nootka Sound in 1962. Although tourism aboard the Uchuck has increased in recent years, its main income is from transporting freight to logging and fish camps throughout Nootka and Cayucit Sound. Captain Fred Mathers and his son Sean have owned and operated the Uchuck 3 since 1994. The stunning scenery has changed a little since the 1700s, when the Spanish first sighted the entrance to Nootka Sound. In 1774, the Santiago, captained by Juan Perez, anchored on the Nootka and traded with the First Nation for furs, but made no actual landing. Because they did not land and lay formal possession, the British did not acknowledge Spain's sovereignty over the area. This would prove to be a costly mistake for the Spanish in years to come. On March 29, 1778, Captain James Cook sailed into Nootka Sound while in search of the Northwest Passage. As Cook's ships arrived, the Nootka people came to greet them in their canoes. This became the first cultural exchange between one of the most powerful First Nation groups and the Europeans. Led by Chief McQuina, the natives of Nootka Island were known as the Uchuck and the Muckalat. According to historic records, Captain Cook named the area after a word repeatedly chanted by the native people, Nootka, Nootka, which he reasoned was the island's name. It was later learned, however, that this word was an imperative advising the explorer to go around the island. The name Nootka was gradually adapted and later came to refer to all Aboriginals in the area. Both Spain and Britain were interested in expanding their colonial territories, and as a result, Nootka Sound became an important part of their plans for the North Pacific region. Spain claimed the territory as a result of Perez's expedition, the British on Cook's actual arrival, and also on Captain Meare's purchase of the land from Chief McQuina in 1788. The Spanish were disturbed by the increased activities of the British in the area, and consequently sent ships to Nootka Sound in 1789 to occupy all British possessions and to confiscate all British ships by force. This act nearly triggered an all-out war between the two countries. Finally, in 1794, after much negotiation and the signing of 3 Nootka Conventions, a major conflict was avoided. The village of CPC gets its name from the initials of the Canadian Packing Corporation, which operated a fish plant here in the 1920s. The town of Esperanza was named after the first mate on the Atrevida during Captain Malasapina's voyage here in 1791. The ship is also equipped with a lounge and cafeteria that serves hearty meals and coffee for the long voyage.